Hey Kat,
Hi, Carol.
how you doing this week?
Pretty much fine. What's up, everybody? This is Pretty Much Fine. Welcome back. This week, we'll be diving into quarter-life crisis and being lost as absolute fucking hell, because that's how I live my life, just holding a compass, trying to figure it out, realizing I don't know how to read a compass, and saying, fuck it, I'll just let the years pass me by as people get married and have babies, and I just sit in my little raft waiting for something to happen.
You're back on the raft.
As you can tell, I'm doing great this week. I'm actually in the perfect mood to talk about how lost I am. What about you, Carol? Catch me up. Kat and Carol, catch up. How the fuck you been?
I'm good. I went to the comedy show on Saturday. I finally made it.
She fucking did it!
Yeah. I feel like
the crowd goes wild.
Yeah. Insert crowd noise here.
Fuck, we love sound effects, but no one seemed to appreciate them as much as
Yeah,
we
what's
want
up with
them to.
that, you guys?
We will bring back sound effects. Like, we went hard in the first episode, and I would love to continue, but there was not a single... No one said anything. Like, not even negative either.
Positive
just
or
nothing. Hurtful. Pissed. Moving on.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I saw Katie Hughes on Saturday night. She was great. So funny.
Is that the one you really wanted to see?
Yes, yeah, she was really funny. She reminded me a lot of like my cousin actually. She had like this very like dry sense of humor, but she had this really great bit about Barbie and how like I don't remember how she set it up, but it was like basically when you're a woman, you can be whatever you want, but you have to like be it all. Like, you know, Barbie is a flight attendant and, you know, a fashion model, you know what I mean? So I thought that was like so relatable. It's like you can't just be like a flight attendant. You gotta be a mom. You gotta be a flight attendant. You gotta be a chef. Like you gotta do it all. Yeah, but
Barbie isn't distracted. She has time to do it all because she doesn't have a vagina or a belly button. So she's good. She's like, whatever, might as well work.
That distracting belly button, you know.
Yeah,
it really fills my days.
Not an extra hole. 2 less holes for Barbs. Because truly, like, call me a man, but if I could just get rid of this thing, I would be way less distracted. Boys suck. Boys literally destroy girls' lives. They really do, because I love the podcast.
Cat's back on hating on men. About 2 seconds.
No, I really want male listeners, you guys. I love y'all. But it does suck that, like, guys, and this is our fucking fault. It's not even, like, it's not their fault in this case for once. I'm just kidding. Love you guys. It's our fault. Girls are so used to, like, it's ingrained in us that we must start family. We must have babies. So, like, we obsess over fucking guys, even if we're not ready for those things. It's just, like, I don't fucking know. Because I know when I like someone, I shut down. I obsess. I can't think about anything else, especially working. So... And then guys, they're more like, I got to figure out my life and my success before I can focus fully on a girl. So I wish we could flip the freaking switch like that, baby. I need to be on Barbie's shit and just close this sucker up.
Yeah.
And turn my heart off, too, because that thing speaks louder than my goddamn brain all the time.
Oh, my God. You're such a man.
I'm such a romantic.
Such a dude.
No, my heart. I want to make that clear. My heart. Not my vag. Not my puss.
I thought that's what you were saying.
I mean both, but I don't want to get too inappropriate, but I really am a man. It's so scary. Ugh.
Anyways.
Put this testosterone in.
Speaking of men, I watched the first episode of The Bachelorette last night. The new season.
Dude, I wasn't going to watch because no offense to whoever likes Katie, I don't, but that guy, Greg... We all know who I'm talking about if you're watching. He is the heart stealer of the century and, like, my visual type to a T. And he lives in New York, so I'm actually pissed that I did not find him before he fucking probably is going to have 1 million Instagram followers, be the next Tyler Cameron. He'll never look back.
I honestly don't remember any of their names.
But Greg, my new lover.
I did have some thoughts while watching it. I would like to disclaim, I normally love watching The Bachelor. The Bachelorette's, like, not my fave, just because I don't like men drama is not as entertaining to me as like women drama. Like it's just not. Like I prefer the one where there's a bunch of women versus like a bunch of dudes.
And that's why women will hate each other forever, Carol. Great work.
What do you mean?
It's more entertaining because women were so used to being pit against each other that we automatically, like, you put them in that ring on The Bachelor and they're ready to fucking talk shit left and right. And guys, it's just, like, sad because they're all, like, jacking off in the bathroom because they're like, fuck, we can't even fuck this girl. And then they all get so jealous and it's just like, okay, relax.
I just find the men drama boring, I guess is what I mean. Like, they have drama.
That's what I'm saying. It is boring because it's not... Like, that's why women will forever be pit against each other because, unfortunately, we go hard and it's entertaining. And that's what the people want. And, yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know. Let's get, just, me, always trying to deep dive. Always trying to figure out why. The why.
I don't know. I don't, think that there's, more drama with women. I just think, I don't know. I guess I just relate to the storylines more, I guess. It makes it more interesting for me personally.
No, I mean, I agree. I just think the reasons behind it are probably bad, but I do agree.
But I was wanted to watch at least the first episode to get a vibe. I disagree with Kat. I did like Katie in the previous season, even though the previous season was a hot mess express. And I wanted to see how they were gonna do the whole Chris Harrison's not there anymore.
That's why I watched. Goodbye, Chris. Don't miss you. Not even because I mean, yeah, he was an idiot, but why was he even around so long? Who cares about Chris Harrison? This is way more fun.
I thought the guy who did the Women Tell All, who hosted that, did a really good job. And so I was kind of disappointed that he wasn't.
He has a lot going on, though. He's
really?
Doing great things. I don't think The Bachelor is exactly something he wants to keep on his resume.
Gotcha. Too bad. Yeah, I was not really feeling the whole girl gang vibe. I don't know. I kind of missed the Chris Harrison never said anything.
Wow, Carol hates women.
No,
Carol
I don't.
Women.
Oh my God, stop. I just don't.
I'm loving Tayshia and Caitlyn. So,
I just didn't love that vibe. I guess Chris Harrison never said anything useful, interesting ever on that show. But the aloof dad vibes was I liked it.
You should hire me then. I'll be a great aloof dad vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't have to be a man. I just kind of missed that he had so much wisdom, I guess.
But I did not have wisdom. He had a script. He literally knew the show so well. He just said the same things every single time.
I said he never said anything interesting. I'm not saying I miss him. I guess I just miss that vibe. I also haven't seen Kaitlyn Bristowe since she was on The Bachelor, I don't even know, 2015. That's
really?
The last time I've seen her.
She's the only one that I've ever followed consistently because I love her personality.
I don't really follow a lot of people from The Bachelor, not
Me
for
neither,
any particular
just Kaitlyn
reason.
Bristowe and Sean, her ex, because my God, I could watch that man lift weights all day.
Yeah, I don't know. So I hadn't seen her, and she looks so different.
She's
that
fucking
shook
Botox
me.
McGee, dude.
I literally didn't even. I was like, Kaitlyn Bristowe. Wait, that's not what she looks like.
She's super open about it, though.
Someone
else? I respect people that are open about it. I mean, she can't lie about it. No offense, her face looks absolutely wild, but she's still pretty. But it does look wild.
Yeah, it was just I didn't recognize her. But
yeah,
like I said, I haven't seen her since 2015. So
pretty much only her eyes move.
Really, the only thing I have to say about it, other than that, is that it was so cringy. I kept closing my eyes and my ears. The guys were just so cheesy. I just couldn't deal with it. And then
I think that's another reason it's hard to watch the guy seasons because girls,
yes,
whatever, they're hot
agree.
And they want to be Instagram famous. That's for whatever reason still questionable. I don't want to hang out with a girl that wants to get famous on The Bachelorette. Maybe, I don't know. But a guy that wants to go
exactly.
and do that, that's the type of personality
yes.
that's truly, to bring back last week's episode, a red flag.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's probably is the root of the cause, because I love watching the limo. That's my favorite part of the the show is like the limo scenes. They have like the little like, hi, my name's whatever, and I'm from California, and it's like them on a surfboard. Like, I love that. It's so like cheesy, but the guy stuff, it was just cringy. Like, I was like literally closing my eyes and ears. But there was one guy who, if you remember, Kat, because you said you watched this, he pretended to have a British accent.
Oh, that was God and awful. Don't take one for my book, love.
I literally was watching that. I was like, oh my God, that would be Kat. But she wouldn't plan to do it. She would just walk up there and like start talking in a British accent, like out of like nerves.
I do it when I'm nervous. So I would have a plan, and then I would get up there and be like, hello, mate. You come find me later. Come find me later, love. I'll touch your queen.
But yeah, I didn't make it through the whole rest of the episode because I was just cringing at like how awkward and embarrassing these guys were. There was a really awkward moment where the guy gave her like a really long hug and then they like exhaled. Oh yeah,
she loved that though.
And she was like freak. So into it, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, they're really pushing the whole like sex positive storyline, which like I love sex positivity, but it's a lot. Anyways, my last update is that I decided that I'm going to start bullet journaling. Have you ever heard of bullet journaling, Kat?
Oh no, you're in a dark place.
Yeah. It's part of my spiral.
Oh God.
Have you ever heard of it?
Always turn to a journal when there's a spiral. I've heard of it, yeah. Tell the people.
If you don't know what bullet journaling is, according to goodhousekeeping.com, it is equal parts day planner, diary, and written meditation. Bullet journaling turns the chaos of coordinating your life into a streamlined system that helps you be more productive and reach your personal and professional goals.
The chaos of coordinating your life.
Yep. With sections to log your daily to-dos, monthly calendar, notes, long-term ones, and more, your bullet journal is customized to your life. So, I'm going through something right now. And whenever I go through something, I always have a thing that I do while I'm going through it. And sometimes it's so bad. Like, one time I was like, oh, I'm gonna start like decorating cookies, like doing sugar cookies. I was like, I'm gonna create a whole account where I like decorate sugar cookies. I was like gonna make videos and stuff, bought everything. I didn't make a single sugar cookie.
You never told me that, and it's probably because I would have called someone to take you to the goddamn mental institution.
Seriously,
I'm gonna start a sugar cookie. Okay, so I was making sugar cookies, and it was so fun. And then I realized, you should do what you love. So I said, okay, fuck it. I'm going to make sugar cookies. And then, I'm going to make an Instagram account called Sugar Cookie Goddess. And then I'm going to blow the fuck up. And then I'm just going to have sugar cookies that are themed for like life breakdowns. And it'll be like, or inspirational quotes. Oh my God, a breakthrough. Inspirational quote. Sugar cookies, everybody. God, I'm glad I missed that time of your life. When was that?
I think it happened like right before like COVID.
Oh my God, not even during.
Yeah, but
I would have given you a pass.
Quarantine. Yeah, so
I made this during the pandemic. I didn't get it copywritten, but you heard it here first. A pandemic pass is what I called it. So whenever like my friends were making weird decisions that they wouldn't normally make, or like we were all just doing things that no one would normally do, and like you go to like should we be worried about blank? I'd just be like, no, pandemic pass. I mean, we're all hitting the fucking fan, so let them do what they gotta do.
Yeah. Well, whenever I spiral, I always like find something to cling to, like something to get fixated on. So this is
like a life raft.
Yeah, like a life raft. So this is what I think I'm gonna get.
You can come on my raft. You can cling to me.
Is there room for two?
Yeah. Hopefully we'll sink and never come back. Just kidding. But I love life.
I always cling to something and just like run with it. So I think I've chosen bullet journaling.
Interesting choice.
I feel like I always get so overwhelmed by like everyday tasks. And whenever I'm spiraling, like right now, it especially gets like overwhelming. I feel like I don't even want to like have to like take care of myself. Like it's just like, ugh, why do I have to take care of myself? Like so annoying. It's so annoying. I have to like eat and shower and like exist, work.
I think a doctor would call that depression, baby.
Yeah, you think so? I think so too. But anyways, so I'm hoping that this will help me like not feel so overwhelmed by like small tasks. And I love that you can like, it's all about like drawing and being creative. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna try and make it like a yearbook almost. Like I'm gonna have a little section at the end with like a photo from each month. Yeah, I'm really, we're gonna see how this goes.
Don't ever change. Lizzie McGuire.
I'll have you sign my bullet journal at the end of the year.
That, I hope you finish it. That'll be the real, I'll be impressed if you finish the journal.
Yeah, I just want routine. Like I want a morning routine, I want a night routine. Like I want to feel more in control of my life.
That definitely goes with this episode. I feel like routine like really helps when I'm also having anxiety. And then I find when I'm the most like fucked up and out of life is when I have no, like my routine went to shit too. Like it all just goes to shit.
Agreed. Yeah, I like feel the same way. I feel like whenever I get in my spiral, I just kind of like I start to ignore things that like used to be important to me. So yeah, that's what I'm going through. That's what I'm up to these days. What about you, Kat?
I had a week. I don't know what parts I'd like to say about it, but I don't know. I'm perpetually lost. Lost. Couldn't be more on par with our topic today. I feel like I never know what I'm doing. And then I panic about it when it's like, I don't know, maybe chill out, like just enjoy the ride for now. But like people are such planners and I'm really not. I'm definitely more of a go with the flow, hope the wave takes me to where I'm supposed to land.
Nope, not me. I'm a planner.
No, I hate planning. Planning shuts me down. It makes me want to like literally start digging a hole and bury myself in it because I'm like, I'd rather literally be underground than take the steps to figure out my future. That sounds horrible. But yeah, I don't know, I guess. So this weekend I went back out in Boston. That was fun. What the fuck did I even do? Oh, we went out to dinner, drank a lot of margaritas, hung out, went to like basically a high school reunion because the whole part of Southie is like everyone from my high school. That was what it was. You know how I love the show Bly? Bly Manor?
I do know.
I did make someone that maybe I saw Saturday night watch it. And it's just funny to me because I know the show so well. And when like guys ask me like, how many times have you watched this? I'm like, yeah, not with any other guy either. It's not my go-to show or anything.
Wait, so it's a show that you rewatch?
Carol, I've told you that I rewatch shows. I'm just not as sick as you and watch The Office literally 20 times. And that is probably an that's probably not even enough time. You've watched it 50. Still not even enough. Probably 100.
Okay, well that's a little extreme. Let's reel it in.
No, I mean, that show, like, they're my family. Bly, everyone at Bly Manor is my family. So when I miss them, I like to go back. Even Hill House. Hill House is scary, but they are also my family, and I miss them too. OJ Jackson, the guy that plays fucking Peter Quint, like, I would propose to him without knowing anything about him, strictly based on vanity. I want to lick that man. But yeah, I don't know. My life was a little uneventful this week. I went out to dinner on Wednesday with like my friend's parents and we got so drunk. Like it was one of those drunks where you're like, how did things escalate so quickly? We just went out to dinner with your parents. But then like men ended up in my basement. I don't even know. It was so weird. Sorry, I'm being discreet this week because I don't fucking know what my life is. I don't know what my life is. So, like, if I talk about it, it should probably be with a therapist and not on a podcast. So, basically, no, I am overdramatic every day of my life. That's how I deal with, life. I have to make jokes because, I don't know, I feel like time is flying and I just still have not figured anything out since when the world shut down over a year ago. I just don't know. I wish I could live my life just it not mattering. If you didn't know, I'm so sick of the little clock tick tick tick. Oh my god, that girl's 21 and she made a restaurant in Brooklyn. What the fuck? She started the concept in college? What the fuck? I hate that I'm not one of those people. I hate that I am who I am. Like, I love it, but because it's not making me money, I hate it.
I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she was like, yeah, so I was watching this show on Food Network, and I don't remember the name of the girl whose show it is, but she was like, oh, have you ever seen her? And I was like, oh no, like, I don't have cable. Don't watch Food Network. And she was like, yeah, she's 23. She lives in Minnesota, and, you know, she's married, and she just had a baby. And I was like, so she's 23 years old. She has her own Food Network TV show. Married with a baby. What? Like, what? Whoa.
Literally, no.
Makes me feel like shit.
I know. I literally live a life where I'm just like, I think I'm so funny that I'm genuinely just waiting for someone to like hand me a show or something. Like, that's the level of denial that I live in on a daily basis. So,
Oh my god.
I'm just like, shit, 26, what's taking them so long?
Oh my god.
Why haven't I gotten the offer yet?
Do you want to just go ahead and jump right into today's topic then?
Yeah, I do.
Did you have any other catch up?
No, truly nothing. Life is lifeless. You guys, I'm really sorry. Please don't come to me for like a pep this week because I can't even explain my emotions. I'm fine, like I am, but I'm just dumpy right now. I'm just down in the dumpsicles. A little dump. I'm in a little puddle, and it's so cold in here. Please put a blanket over me.
Well, I had a few positive things to end with, so
That's hot. Let's do that. Let's bring them back up. Let me bring them down
no,
so you
like
can bring them back
end
up.
the whole episode. So
Okay, guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna
So
bring
stay
you really
tuned.
low, and Carol will build you
I'm
back
gonna bring
up
us up at the end.
Yeah, I
That's
like
my goal.
honestly because this is such my comfort zone in a topic because I just perpetually, truly live in, like, if there was a little neighborhood called Lostville, that I'd be the only
Population
resident.
you.
Population K-Dog, baby. I was even looking at old... I love that I make fun of you for a journal. I, like, don't journal, but I write because, you know, want to be a writer. Haha, who wants to hand me a job? What's up? And I was looking at old stuff because I'm always lost. Like, it isn't just a quarter life crisis thing, which I think is pretty ambitious. I kind of want to call it midlife. Just kidding.
Oh
That's
my
dark.
god.
But I need to read this, which we really might cut this, but it's so dramatic and I haven't changed a bit. And this was when I turned 23. Ready? Should I do it? Should I read it? Story time.
Yes.
Quick paragraph. Here we go. Feel free to laugh at the drama. And I'm going to read it as dramatically as I can. Today, and this is how I feel every time I turn another age, so here we go. Today is the last day I'll ever be 23 years old. I don't know why this statement weighs so heavy on me each year with each new age. I guess it goes back to me hating goodbyes. I hate creating more past to look back and reminisce on. I want to be able to embrace and grow and be excited by the future, but instead it fills me with nerve. It's not just me aging. The people I love are also growing older, and the thought of losing people makes me want to go first. I feel so alone lately, and it makes me wonder why I moved. Why is a part of growing up moving and going new places? Why is it encouraged to leave the people you love? I know I seem to forget that I was going crazy living at home, and I've never wanted to do the classic suburb, go from Canton to Boston. So, I came to New York fucking City, I guess. To start a new life. To follow my dream? I don't even know what the fuck my dreams are. I like to write. I'd like to get paid for it. I'd like to be in charge of something, and I'd like to not have a boss. My dreams are very unclear, and I'm becoming a bitter New York psychopath. I just feel so lonely, and yet I skipped out on plans at the last possible minute last night. And instead of getting over it, I'm sulking and kicking myself, per usual. Why can't I ever make a decision and not look back? It always has to be picked apart and tortured by my inner thoughts. I constantly question myself. I swear, every birthday I hear songs that say the age I'm leaving behind as if to mock me. Nobody likes you when you're 23 is the last big lyric for youthful ages. I don't think many people are singing about 24. And guess what, everybody? I'm done reading that. There's so much more, but we're going to stop there. I don't think people are singing about 25, and you know what they're really not singing about? 26. I'm actually positive that the word 26 isn't in a song. The last thing I had was Post Malone, the remix of Spicy, when like Ty Dolla $ign, I don't even know who says it, is like, he says 25. I'm not even going to rap it. I'm so sad. But yeah, I don't know. Like that was a good paragraph for how I always feel I suck at decisions. And then when I have to make a decision, all I can do is wish with all my goddamn soul that I had one of those orbs like future fortune tellers have, so I could see like both paths, like the road and diverge in the yellow fucking wood, that I like if I went left or right, what my life would turn out like from that choice, and then I could pick from there. Wouldn't that be a dream?
Yeah, that would be nice.
I just don't want to fuck up. I just don't want to make a decision, waste more time. And I know the whole cheesy shit is like, no, you're never wasting time. You're always learning. Every choice is a lesson. Like, sure, but I'm 26 and, you know, I only have so much time to be on Forbes by 30, baby.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty common way to like feel like you don't know what you want to do. I think most people feel that way, but no one ever talks about it, is how I feel. I feel like most people don't know what they're doing either, but they like don't admit it. And
the classic fake it till you make it. No, really, everyone for the most part is faking it, but because we live in a world where no one wants to admit that, because everyone wants to seem like they have it together, and now that's escalated by Instagram where people are truly curating it to show that they have it together. Yeah. Everyone's a fucking mess out here. No one knows. I know I'm not alone in that, and that does make me feel better. But at the end of the day, like, people have some type of a plan. Like, I always say to, like, when I'm really panicking, I always say to, like, my parents, I wish I just was one of those people that wanted to be a nurse, wanted to be a teacher, like, one of those jobs that has courses. Like, there is no decision. It's just, like, you have to do this, this, and this. And instead, I am just some girl hoping that I am a star one day. How's that gonna turn out? Stay fucking tuned.
I mean, yeah, same. Clearly, I'm not a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor. Never wanted to be any of those. Well, I guess I thought about being a teacher for several times in my life, but I just don't think it's for me. I don't like kids.
Oh, shit. Good, don't have one. I need you.
We will talk about that later, which is, well, that's part of one of my breakdowns or fears, I guess, is like the whole kid situation, but.
Oh my God, I'm throwing up. That's going to be big for me to hear. I am your child, Carol. You're taking care of me. No room for a baby.
Do you want to get started with when was the first time you felt this way, I guess?
Oh my God, I've no fuck. I like truly, I've said this before, I think the soul, like, I think the soul that is me, that, like, is now in this body from a past life, not to go too weird with it, like, was just an old, bitter, cigarette-slinging man. Ever since I was little, I would be so, like, emo for no reason. I was always, like, the kid journaling, like, my woes of life, and I always looked at life as, like, things happen so fast, and, like, everything changes, and time goes by. So even when I was, like, 10, I was like, oh my God, next thing I know, I'm gonna be 40. Like, my whole life, I have dreaded change. I have dreaded time. As far as I can remember, I would be panicking about, like, I love this moment. I don't want it to go away, but it's going to. And then I have to live in that depression of the reminisce where you're like, you even forget the bad parts of the moment, and it's only as the pure, beautiful parts. And you're like, wow, I'll never feel that ever again.
That's so dramatic.
But, like, on a good day, of course, I'm like, hope is hope, life is life, everything's amazing. Like, everyone says, and I don't think they're lying, like, 30, flirty, and thriving. Like, the older you get, especially for women, the more you come one with yourself. And that sounds great, but right now, I don't want to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I hate when people have expectations for you. I know that makes me sound like a piece of shit, and, like, I know I am. I'm a piece of shit. I don't know. I just, like, I could. I'm in fetal position, just repeating, I don't know, pretty much every night. When's the first time? I feel like your crises are so much more defined because you're a planner.
They are, yeah.
And mine, I'm just coming and going in waves.
Yeah, I plan my crises accordingly.
I, like, was hoping I'd have it figured out when I moved to New York. Like, I kind of was hoping this would be over when I moved. I mean, I know life is life and shit happens, but I graduated college, happiest girl in the world, because I missed my friends so fucking much, and I never, ever fell in love with Alabama, so I was pumped, and spent that summer in bliss, and then I worked for my fucking mom because I couldn't figure any of my shit out, and I just knew I wanted to do film, didn't know how. And I'm not a go-getter, so I was never looking at, like, oh, random writing jobs. Still not. Really need to start becoming a go-getter. Is that something that someone can thrust into me, like a little chip that'll just get me going? Because I'm just lifeless, baby. But I was hoping, like, I worked there for a year, and throughout that year I was like, this is not it. Like, I'm just doing something because I'm supposed to have a job, because I'm supposed to make money, and, like, I've always been someone that I resent the fact that, like, you're looked at as a lazy piece of shit if you don't do something even though you hate it. Like, our parents were such the, like, yeah, working sucks, but you have to. And I know you do, and I know there's, like, I'm lucky enough that I can have time to panic about this instead of growing up with, you know, low income and having to work, like, 3 jobs for even my family. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very lucky. I want to make that clear, but I feel like because I don't know, I've never, I almost need pressure so that I figure it out, because I'll never be the first one to dive in. I need to be forced to it. But basically started hating my life at that job, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't just succumb to that. Even if you hate your job, you have to do it anyway. I'm out. So I quit and finally moved to New York to pursue film. And I kind of thought that's where the crisis would end. I thought film would be it, and I'd be obsessed, and all my problems would be solved. And I do miss film. I'm not done with it. I want to, like, at least keep giving it whatever I'm going to give it. But even film didn't turn out like what I wanted it to be. When I'm on set, I'm so happy. But then the hours make me very unhappy when I'm home, and then I have no life, and then that makes me sad. And I just, like, I want to be creative and I want to do films, but I wish I could get to the place where it was, like, I don't know, like, more freelance, if that makes sense. Like, obviously right now I'm in a phase where I just wish we were being paid for this podcast, because that's as freelance as you can fucking be, baby. But I don't know. I just really hope film would be, like, the answer, and it's not, but I just wish I could figure out how to get writing jobs rather than, like, do a bunch of jobs in film that are actual manual labor that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like whenever you're starting out, like, any kind of career, you have to, like, there's, like, this whole, like, prerequisite phase. It's almost like, you know, like, in college when you had to take, like, stupid prereq courses that, like, you just wanted to do. You just wanted, like, I always was like, I just want to take the class. Like, I don't want to take the, like, intro stuff. Like, I just want to skip to the fun stuff, like learning the stuff I actually care about. But it's kind of like that in real life too. You have to, like, do all this, like, other stuff first in order to get that, like, to be able to go to the next class or get the next job. It's so annoying. I wish it wasn't like that.
I know, and, like, I sound like such a brat, but yeah, I don't want it to be like that. I want to get to the part that's still hard work, but you love it so much that it doesn't feel as hard of work, because you're passionate, baby. You're fucking passionate. And I do love film. I want to make that clear, but I just haven't found my way in film yet. And now that I've been out of it so long, I've built back up all this anxiety about going back. And I know you just have to rip the fucking Band-Aid, but it has me lost again, because I'm like, shit, not again. Not the beginning of the drawing board again. Like, I don't fucking know, and it sucks. I just want to be Carrie Bradshaw. I know that is, like, the whitest girl thing I could say, but my dream is sitting in my apartment writing about my life, like, being funny, being humorous, getting paid to make people laugh, but not just like being a comedian. Like, I want to write, I want to make movies, the whole shebang.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
the
mean,
getting
it's
there
not,
that's scary as fuck.
it's not like all hope is lost and you'll never be
I
able to
know.
like do anything again.
I'm
you
just
know?
really bad at putting myself out there. Once I'm out there, I'm sprinting. But I'm like tiptoeing like inching my way to there. Like someone always has to fucking push me and then I'm running.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you.
So yeah, I'm still super lost. Haven't left New York in May to go to Arizona. Haven't gone back. I
Oh
want
my God,
to.
I didn't realize it was since then.
Yeah, I want to go back. It's not like it's New York's fault. It's me. It's me, not you, New York. I just like when I'm there, I feel even more like I need to figure it out. So maybe I'm just avoiding that. I don't know. You guys let me know. Write in. But Carol, what about you? Tell us about your panic. Make me feel better about myself. After I don't even know what just came out of my mouth. That was pure. I was looking up at my ceiling and words were just coming out. So I'm genuinely
therapy session.
yeah, I'm basically at a therapist right now.
I mean, I feel like everything you feel is like totally normal and pretty much everyone feels that way too. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Wouldn't panic too much.
I'm only panicking because I do need to get a job soon and I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I have no idea what direction I'm going to go in, and I'm so sick of starting from phase 1 and trying to figure out what would make me not want to die every day when my alarm goes off. Because that's what it is for me. When my alarm goes off and I actually lay in bed and think like, wow, this is the rest of my life, waking up to this fucking noise and dreading the fact that I have to go to the place I have to go, that is the one thing my whole life that I have sworn to myself. It's not happening. I will wake up for things. It's not about that. It's just like I cannot wake up and feel dread immediately. I want to wake up and be like, yippee! Like, obviously stress will come. Like, it's a job, but I love this fucking job. So, dip that boop boop. Can't wait to go. That's what I want. That's all I want. Why is that so hard?
Mean, I think that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, I know, but I will not fucking settle until I get it. I'm not a settler. No shade on these people that have settled in this world, but I'm not. I will rather sleep under a bridge than settle and hate my job. I'm not kidding. I mean that with my full fucking heart.
Yeah, I mean, hating your job is not fun. We can go into that spiral of mine if you want in a minute, but
hit it, baby. Hit it, baby.
We gotta start at college.
Right. Hit him with it.
Yeah, I feel like the first like real like quarter life crisis or like spiral I guess I really had, where I just felt so lost and like no idea what to do, was my junior year of college. That was like the first time that I really like applied. Like I'm pretty much, this is like when I feel like I really learned my, I guess it's not a toxic trait, but it's like a trait of my person. Maybe sometimes it's toxic. Where like if I'm not happy with something, I just completely change it. Like that's just kind of been my motto like since this happened to me. So it was my junior year of college, and I was just like really struggling with school because I hated my major. Like I hated all the classes I was taking for my major. I was majoring in marketing with a concentration in retail management marketing. And I didn't even know like what I wanted to do with the major. Like I was just like interested honestly in working in social media and doing like graphic design work, which is like what I do now. But I just like wasn't into any of like the marketing classes. Like I wanted more like interesting stuff, I guess. So I was in one of my marketing classes that I hated, and my professor went on this like total like rant about, this is so random also that this was what he chose to talk about that day, but he went on this rant about how Vincent van Gogh was an idiot and was so stupid because he painted subjects that weren't popular at the time, and like he died a failure, and if he would have just painted things that people wanted to buy, like he would have not, died alone in a ditch without ever selling a painting. And I got so mad.
Because that's the person literally saying, like, kind of what I just said, like, you should do what other people want and what society says works. Fuck that. I'd rather cut my ear off.
I know. I was so mad because, like, I love art. And, like, when I started out college, I was doing, like, art and art history. And then I changed it. Well, I changed it to education, and then I realized I didn't want to be a teacher, like, 2 seconds into that. And then I changed it to marketing. And I just, like, didn't even know what I wanted to do, but I did know that made me so mad. Vincent van Gogh is one of my favorite artists, and like his paintings just like are so important. They had such a huge impact on society and on like post-impressionist like paintings and other artists. Like it's so crazy. Like if that would have never happened, if my marketing professor was right, like think of how like the world would have never had that art. Like it made me so worked up.
The whole point of art is like to put your fucking soul on a painting and be
I
you.
know.
And to say that you should paint for other people is you shouldn't paint at all. So fuck that teacher.
So I was like so outraged by this, and I really like wanted to just like drop out. Like that was my immediate like solution. It was like I should just quit school because this is like, if I don't even like my classes, how am I ever gonna have like a job in this like this field that I'm gonna enjoy? Like I'm just setting myself up to be miserable for forever. And it felt like I was my junior year of college, so I was like, it's too late to change my major. Like I've already put in like 3 years of work into this. It was like the spring semester of my junior year, so my senior year was about to start like any minute now. So I was so mad about it, and I didn't know what to do. And so I went to Tuscaloosa went to hang out with Kat to make me feel better.
Aww.
And to like make myself feel better, we just hung out and decided to go out that night and get really, I was like, I'm just going to get hammered. That's how I'm going to cope with this.
This is one of my favorite stories.
Which was like probably put a pin in that. But yeah, so we went out to Galette's, if I remember correctly, which is a bar in Tuscaloosa.
We sure did, baby. Yellow Hammers, which is their signature drink.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is, honestly. But
it's like a mimosa on crack, basically.
It's really yummy. Highly recommend. If you ever find yourself in Tuscaloosa for some very unfortunate reason, it's a fun place.
Why are you there? What are you doing? What are you doing?
But yeah, we went there and we got really drunk. We made a friend. Shout out Ariel.
Oh my God.
I think her name was.
It's all coming back to me. Your memory is insane. Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember her? It was this random
That's
girl
actually
we met
the
at the
night
bar.
that I smoked a cigarette for the first time. And like, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
smoke cigarettes, so I prove that I don't have an addictive personality. What's up? Just kidding. But I don't. But like, that was the first night that I was like, my lungs are so pink. I shouldn't touch this. But okay, sounds fun.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. But yeah,
So
we like met this.
I guess I was spiraling too, because I was like, yeah, give me the cigarette.
Yeah, we met this girl and she was like a freshman. I don't know how. She guess she had a good fake ID. Well, I guess I didn't really care that much. She was there and we were like talking to her and she was like, oh, I feel so lost. Like, I don't have any friends here. But she did because she was like with a group of girls. So
Yeah,
honestly,
but that doesn't always mean
add
you like
up.
that group of girls.
That's true. But
Especially
yeah,
in
so
college,
she,
especially. You just want friends, so you're like, okay, I'll take
yeah.
them.
But she was like venting to us about feeling so lost. And we were like, oh my God, we felt the same way too.
We were like, oh, honey, come into my arms. I live my life lost. You came to the right place if you want to jump off a bridge. I'm just kidding. You came to the right place because I'll make you feel so much better every time.
Yeah.
Because
But
I'll tell you how dark I am. And you'll be like, at least I know where that girl is.
Yeah, I don't know if we made her feel any better, honestly.
No, we did. Me drunk, I am the most positive girl you could find. I'm Elle Woods when I'm drunk. I'm like, everything is awesome. The world is your oyster. Possibilities are endless. You got this, girl. We are so young. And then I sober up and I'm like, everything is meaningless. We're just taking one step into a directionless, fucking never-ending goddamn path. And guess what's at the end? Death.
The drama. I can't.
That's why I just want to have fun, and that's why I get such bad FOMO, because I don't want to miss anything fun, because everything else sucks.
Oh my God.
La-di-da-da!
But anyways, we met that girl, whatever. We were drunk. Nothing too notable happened until the end of the night. So your friend drove us home, and then when we got out of the car, I realized that I didn't have my wallet. And I've never lost my wallet, but other than this one time, that's the only time I've ever lost it. But yeah, so I couldn't find my wallet, and so I started freaking out. Because, I mean, that's important. It has everything in it.
She was freaking out, like, to the point that she was like, you don't understand. I can never visit you again. My mom will never let me come here again if I lost all that stuff. And I was like, okay, whoa, slow the fuck down. Don't end my life right now by telling me you can never come here again if we don't find your fucking wallet. That seems extreme. Did I say that? Yes. That I was like, that seems extreme. You were like, no, seriously, she's never going to trust me to go anywhere again. That's not true. That's the part I remember most because my eyes widened and I was like, excuse me? The light of my life will never return to this dark fucking one-horse town. How dare you even say that right now? I will literally find your wallet until I can't walk anymore. I will search until dawn, baby.
I make fun of you so much for being dramatic, but wow. Same. Like, I'm dramatic too. That was so over dramatic.
Oh, I know. You're always projecting and distracting yourself from how dramatic you are by making fun of me. But it's okay because I accept it. And I will one day be unlost. And I will make money from all of this drama, baby.
We couldn't find the wallet in her car. And then we drove to, like, the parking lot that we got out of. I don't even know. We were trying to find it everywhere. We gave up that night because, I mean, what else can you do? It was like the end of the night. And the next morning, you and I then went searching.
A dark walk into the bar we went to the night before. We're haggard looking. I mean, haggard. And, like, they're not even open yet. And then when they do open, it's going to be filled with people because that was a Friday night. Now it's Saturday, Alabama game day. And I'm like, I cannot be seen right now, but okay. Wasn't I still 20? Like, wasn't even my ID fake? And I was stressed to, like, go back in? Was I?
Yeah, you weren't 21.
I don't think I was 21.
Because I was 21.
Yeah, we had to, like, go back and get your wallet, and I was like, shit, I hope they let me in. Got in last night when I looked hot, but now I'm looking fucking childish.
Yeah, that was a dark moment. They didn't have it there. We looked everywhere, though. I mean, like, we looked
so hard.
We looked also in the parking lot. I want to just say that right now. We looked in the parking lot pretty well.
Of my apartment. So, like, we ended up obviously sleeping at my apartment. We looked like the person drove us back to my apartment, so we looked everywhere. Like, we're like, oh, it's obviously that thing where you get out of the car drunk and it falls out and you don't hear it. So we looked truly in bushes all over my apartment. And then we drive around and we look so hard that I even have to pull over. Carol vomits in a Sherman-Williams parking lot.
Yeah, I mean, not my highest.
Literally. That is not the paint color that anybody wanted, sweetheart. That is not the beige I'll be putting in my living room. Ooh, what happened to that girl?
Oh, my God. Yeah, we stopped for me to puke at Sherwin-Williams, and then we went to Wendy's so I could get a cheeseburger.
Oh, my God, that's so hot. I don't remember that part, but that's hilarious.
And a Diet Coke, obviously.
Obviously, her go-to fucking drug, Diet Coke.
Yeah, literally.
How long did we look? Like, was it a full hopeless day?
It was a few hours, yeah. So then, we finally give up. I think I'm just like, all right, I guess I'm just doomed. I guess we're not doing anything this weekend because I have no money. And
you're never coming back is what you
said. And I'm never coming back, apparently.
You literally told me you can never come back now.
The drama. So we pull up into Kat's apartment complex. I open the door to the car to get out. And my wallet is right there.
Not right there. It was like, so we parked, and then there's like, you know how they plant flowers in like around the cement?
Guess it was in like a random shrub next to the car.
Next to a shrub.
In plain sight.
Across from the car. In plain sight. And we swear on our fucking lives, because I know you can sit there and be like, oh, these fucking idiots, these drunk whores barely looked, and then they went. I'm telling you guys. We searched like drug dogs, eyes open, noses sniffing, looking. Like, I promise you. And I swear to God, someone dropped it from the fucking sky. Someone, like, found it the night before and saw us, like, searching and, like, chucked it from their balcony when we left. I'm not kidding. It was not there, and then it was. It was the most mysterious magic I've ever experienced. I stand by that. We were not fucking idiots.
Yeah, same.
It was not there. It was not there. It was a miracle. It was a miracle.
It was. It literally, I think so. I honestly, my hypothesis is that someone found it, or someone like saw us searching and like had picked it up, and then like they went and like put it down there
so
after
weird,
we drove away or something.
I couldn't stop repeating how like I would sell my left tit to get the footage of what happened. I need the playback on how the wallet appeared there. I think I think Jesus rose again and placed it down there himself. I'm telling you, this was like a miraculous moment. And
I know, it was wild.
Oh, I would do anything for people to believe us, because even your own husband is like, it was there the whole time, probably.
Yeah.
And I'm pissed about that. Oh my God, I've been trying to not let my ADHD win, but there's 2 gophers fucking in my backyard for like 10 minutes, and they just keep walking back and forth, and I just got way too good of a look at the face of the gopher, and I just screamed. I usually love all animals, but that just sent chills down my spine. It looks like a raggedy little like giant rat. I'm so scared.
I've never seen the face of a gopher.
Dude, I thought we had 1, not 2. They'd be fucking. We're about to have a bunch of gophers.
There's gonna be a bunch, yeah.
Spring has sprung, everybody.
Oh my God. But anyways, after that incident, I got my shit together and decided to change my major my junior year of college, when I was on track to graduate next summer. So
next summer. And then she had a breakdown. I remember your breakdown was like, how the fuck am I supposed to survive? Like, we had such a beautiful semester of you having like basically living in my apartment when my roommate left after first semester.
Yeah.
That you were like, how the fuck am I supposed to survive in this town, even for 1 semester with you gone? And I was like, oh my God, she does love me.
Yeah, I was mostly unhappy about the fact that like I was gonna end up having a whole semester where you were not gonna be there.
I know you were, but I'm glad you stuck it out, because I really do remember you being like, I'm dropping out.
I know. I was ready to. But yeah, I didn't. I graduated a semester late and had to take summer classes for the rest of my life, but I didn't, and it was okay, and I made it, and
you got to the other
happy
side.
I did. Happy I didn't drop out, I guess.
You made it to the other side.
Yeah.
Well, my friends, like, as I said, as I've mentioned, my friends are also, like, me and 2 of my friends are so synced that we are one human, which I mentioned last week. Go back and listen, baby. We're even, like, quarter lifing together right now, just crisis, like a little triangle of crisis. And my one friend, it's a little too personal to mention, like, the peak of why she's panicking, but let's just say we're all going through it. And so I also mentioned how we keep having these like actual deep, not heated, but like heated because it's like, fuck, is this real discussions of like living together, because we've always wanted to. And like, I know everyone always says don't live with your best friends, but I swear, and usually I'm team don't do that, especially after my horrible experiences with the one that became a drug addict. Anyway, I'm usually team that, and I do usually believe in that, but I swear, like, we're just like a loophole. We're like we just work. I don't know how to explain it. And we've just always wanted to live together, and kind of the spiral right now is I love New York and I don't want to leave, so I'm trying so hard to convince them to move there, at least for a year. Try it out. Nothing's permanent. You can always leave. And Friday night, we got into it, like being logistical, laying it all out. And we also really have this dream to go to Europe 2022 the whole summer, because we all never went abroad. We all had anxiety and chickened out. And so we want to do it now. And logistically, like, to save money, and if we were really going to move in together, I should not re-sign my lease in New York in October. And I kind of want to go to New Orleans and live with my grandma, because my best friend Claire lives there. So, like, I'd at least have a friend. And I love New Orleans. And I could do that up until summer, because I wouldn't have to pay a rent. I'd be with my fucking granny, save money, and then we could go abroad. And then that fall, 2022, they claim they would move to New York. But that is a huge risk for me, to commit to. So I'm pretty sure that I'll just end up staying in New York because I do love it. And recently my friend texted me. She's been wanting to start a film festival in New York and like bring me on, but I obviously wouldn't get paid that much right away. Like she's the same age as me. She just got it like as a certified business. So hot, so exciting. So like I want to stay, but also it would be hot to save money for that amount of time and like live in New Orleans because I can do film in New Orleans too. Claire does film there. I could figure it out. But it was getting so fucking real and we're all just freaking out. And like it's just hard because you literally have to, like, it's not like when you move in with a boyfriend and like you know like it's happening. It's friends. Like things can change in a year. Like they could not do the thing that they have to do for this plan to happen. They could change their mind about doing it, and then that could fuck everything up. And then I resent them because I undid my lease and now I'm home again and I don't want to be home, and I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I just,
yeah,
it's so scary.
Yeah, it definitely seems scary to like depend on like other people for
my friend literally actually
plans.
just texted me, like I don't even know if they know we're doing a quarter life crisis episode right now, but she goes, so I just signed up for Talkspace, really going through a quarter life crisis right now. Who wants to help me find a therapist? Ha 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 ha.
Same.
I guess I could sign up for Talkspace before I have insurance again. That'd be cool. I just like need some, like I've always said my whole life, I don't know, I don't even like really like Harry Potter. I make so many Harry Potter references. Don't know why, but I've always wanted a Dumbledore. I want that like long bearded person guiding me with their wisdom, and at my weak moments where I'm like I want to run back to my comfort zone instead of push ahead and get to the other side, even though I know usually there are good things on the other side of change. Still so scary, and my anxiety clutches my heart and shuts me down, but I need like the fucking Dumbledore to be like, no, Harry, you must go into the fire and you will come out shining. Like, I need that. Even like when I started film, I wanted a mentor so bad. Like because I just wanted that person to like, I wanted that person to confide in, and like, because my biggest fear, like I just said, is like making the wrong choice. And like, sure, we can get the woo woo where you can't make the wrong choice, blah, 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 everything for a reason. But like, my biggest fear is making one choice and then like having deep regret and wishing I made the other. Or like committing to leaving New York and then being like, what have I done? I love New York. What the fuck? They're never going to move here. I've made the biggest mistake of my life. I don't think it changes every day lately. I don't think I'm actually going to leave New York. I don't. But I also have no fucking clue. Nothing in my life lately has been for sure. So, truly don't know.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I can definitely relate because I don't, like right now, I kind of feel the same way in the sense of like feeling so lost, like, and not knowing like which decision is the right decision. Like my main thing right now is like not really knowing what to do with my art. Causing a lot of stress.
You know, I'm the #1 fan of your art. Everyone hit studiocaroline.co. She has freaking perfect artwork. I mean, it's in my parents' beach house. It's in my apartment. Get on, fucking trend, people, or stay behind.
Well, thanks, Kat, for the plug.
It's beautiful art. I hate that, like, that's what I hate about being an artist. Like, we're so passionate and we want to do what we want to do, and life makes it so hard and unstable when you want to be an artist. It's so unfair.
I know. I feel like I always, like right now I'm in a really big like creative block, which like always happens to me. This is not anything new. And it's like just making me like really like question things, because I feel like my passion for art disappears for like a solid 3 months at least every year. But like, I don't know, like right now I'm feeling so lost. Like I don't know if I should even like just make this like keep it like do it for fun and stop trying to make it my job. I don't know, like, you know, not everyone can turn their passion into a career. Maybe it's just not for me. Like, would I even be able to keep up with like an art business?
That's what you have to fight
with my creativity blocks.
That's what you have to fight. I always go there, but like the people that do make it their career went through this same phase where they panicked that it wasn't going to happen. But it's the people, like, it proves how it's like it weeds you out. It shows, are you really passionate about it? Because if you are, you will pick being on the streets selling your art over giving up on it, I feel like. I mean, obviously, life is life, and if you're gonna actually die of starvation, you have to get a job. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the people that are true starving artists, like, are driven so hard by, like, they have to do this, that, like, they don't care what parts of their life hit the fan. And I haven't gotten to that part yet, because I really like hanging out with my friends and going out and being a degenerate. But, like, I hope I get to that part where, like, I stop doubting it and panicking about being a failure, smoking cigarettes at the gas station on the night shift. Yeah, I'm with you. I have so many days where I'm like, is this a waste of time? Am I an idiot?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just where I'm at right now. Like, I don't know. And then there's part of me that's like, well, I don't even know if that's what I want. Like, I don't even know if I want to be, like, struggling artist. Like, part of me is like, it's not that, like, should I stop painting? It's like, should I stop just trying to, like, turn it into a career? Like, should I just paint for myself, I guess, is, like, kind of what I'm going through. I'm just,
is there, like, a balance? I feel like you're already balancing, but, like, can you just, would it take stress away from you if you, like, convince your brain that it is for fun, but still keep selling it, but stop holding yourself to, like, I have to have this amount of pieces done by this time? Like, maybe make it for fun, but still try to sell it?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm passionate about being an artist, but I'm not passionate about running my own small business. You know what I mean? Like, I hate all the admin work. And so I'm constantly, like, going back and forth between, like, do I just stick it out and see if it works out? But if I'm not happy now, and because I feel like, oh, well, maybe I'll be a lot happier with it in the future if am successful, because then I can hire someone to do all this stuff that I don't like doing. But right now, I have to do it all myself. So, like, it's, like, kind of like that's like a really long ways down the road, you know, where I'm going to be able to afford to hire someone to do all this stuff, the hard stuff that, like, I don't want to do. I don't want to have to, like, it's not just selling stuff online, you know, you have to take the product photos, you got to, like, upload them to your website, you got to have right SEO description, like, you have to have your social media has to be perfect, you need to be making video content. Like, it's just so much stuff that for one person to do on top of, like, working. So, I don't know. I'm just really terrified of, like, turning 30 and still not knowing what I want to do with my life, basically.
Well,
that's how
my best case scenario is, hey, everybody, rate, review, subscribe. Pretty much fine. Help us take all our lostness and channel it into a successful podcast, because you feel seen out there and you want to give us money because of it. That would be so hot.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I just, like, that is truly, like, at the end of the day, because I'm obsessed with, like, guys we fucked and, like, podcasts like that are making millions of dollars, I can't get out of the, like, obviously unrealistic, but sorry, I'm a dreamer, that, like, this could go somewhere and we could be making money, and our job would be just having meetings with each other all the time, and, like, eventually hopefully could hire people for all that bullshit. And, like, I'm definitely right now in this phase of not knowing what I want, living in the dream world that pretty much fine goes all the way to the top. And then by 30, we have that money, and then we have enough room to pursue our own dreams at the same time, separately. And then you have money to hire someone for your artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal.
That's the denial island I'm on right now.
That would be ideal. I don't know how realistic it is to happen right now.
Not right now, but I need you to tell me live in the pod that you believe in us.
Of course I believe in us.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
But just doubting myself, I guess. And then the other thing I'm freaking out about is kids. That's, like...
I'm about to turn off my mic and leave. You can't even say the word kids around me. I'm 12.
It's so scary. Like, I don't understand how people... Like, I don't even know. I'm just feeling like I always thought I knew when I wanted to have kids. And now I feel so unsure. I always thought I wanted to have kids, like, late 20s, early 30s. I literally told Keegan, like, a year ago that I wanted to, like, be, like, preparing to have kids by 28, as in, like, buying a house.
You gotta tell me
and, like, all this
too.
stuff. And I thought I wanted to have my first kid at 30. Like, that was kind of, like, always my plan. And now I'm like, that's so soon. I can't do this. I'm getting so scared.
I know, and that's why it sucks that 30's like society's age where like things start changing, when in reality, like especially in this generation, that's just not true anymore. And yet we still hold ourselves to these impossible fucking standards.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily just society. Like,
I know, don't talk about the vaginal clock. I'm begging. But there's also a lot of science now. So like, I know it's a lot of money, but like, if it's that big of a stress, like, freeze your fucking eggs. Save up to freeze your eggs. I don't know. Like, there's options. It's not just the clock anymore. We're not our parents' generation. Like, there's other... I mean, there's people having babies at 50. I'm not saying I want that or that you want that. But I'm just getting really fucking tired of having to panic because it feels like at 30, the world fucking ends if you didn't have it figured out, because that's just not fucking true. It's just like when we were in high school and we thought we were watch TV shows where the high schoolers were played by 25-year-olds and we thought we'd look like that and we thought things would be different, and it wasn't. That's just like what it always is. You thought, oh my god, that's so far away, of course I'll do it by then, and then it gets closer and you realize, oh, that's weird. Things have changed in life, and we are a generation of really embracing wanting to travel, wanting to do things for ourselves and be selfish for as long as we can, rather than be our old haggy, resentful ass, fucking bitter ass boomers. You know? It's like they're so angry all the time and bitter, and just tell us that we're too emotional. And it's like, yeah, maybe if you had more time to like do the dreams that you shelved, you wouldn't be so mad. And like, that's what I base my life on. I will not shelf my fucking dreams because my clock's ticking. Sorry, future baby. It's either my dreams or you. So you get the boot for as long as possible.
I mean, I agree. I want to be like as selfish as possible for as long as possible. But like, there is like that part of me that I've always like, I don't want to have kids when I'm 40. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
always
that
everyone's excuse. Like, I don't want to be the old one at the PTA meeting. Who cares?
It's not about being old. It's about, like, you know, then, like, if you have kids when you're older, like, you're not going to be able to spend time with, like, your grandkids. Like, you got to think about stuff like that. And I'm just, like, stressed about having to even, like, think about all that. You know what I mean?
I say one step at a time. Like, to plot your life out because you want to hang out with your grandkids seems a little extreme and ambitious. I mean, how healthy are you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, like, I will never plan my life for my future, which sounds stupid, but I just mean, like, I remember hating religion because, well, obviously still do. Sorry. Because I couldn't get over the fact that, like, really religious people, like, they won't have sex before they're married, stuff like that. I'm just like, I will not live my life planning for death. I will not, like, miss out on something that could have been fun because I'm worried that God won't let me into the gates of heaven. You know what I mean? Like, that's a weird example, but I just want to take it day by day, and I get really triggered, clearly, when people bring up that conversation that's like, I know, but by this time I should have this figured out. Why? Why? Is the world going to end if you don't? Like, you're gonna, like, I don't know. What's worse? You wish that you did more, or you're 40 and your arms are too weak to pick up your grandchild when you're 60. I don't know. Like, I just really want to pick based on now rather than based on later. And I guess that's what I guess that's where my rooted anxiety is. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's just like how I feel. I guess I just, like, always kind of pictured it that way, so it feels weird to, like, let go of what you thought, you know, you wanted it to be.
I know, but you also had no idea. Like, we all picture these things and get attached to these dreams, but, like, then you grow and you change, and that, like, that's normal and that's supposed to happen. And I've been there too, where, like, even New York, I'm like, my gut I don't want to leave, but to even have been thinking lately of the possibility, I'm like, that's all I've ever wanted. Like, what's next? Like, I've never thought about leaving. So yeah, but things change, everything changes, and that's like that's my core anxiety is change. But then, like, if I'm being positive and looking back, every time I've made a change in my life, good things happened. And I don't know, I get your anxiety because you're married, and, like, I'm sure like, obviously that adds more pressure onto the, like, guess we should be having kids thing. But then it's never over. Then people ask you, when's the next? So, like, why not just tell everyone to shut the fuck up?
I'm not worried about, like, what other people want me to do.
No, I know. I'm talking to, like, all general, and it's not just you. No, I'm talking to the world now. Sorry, Carol. It's not all about you. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, people always use that, the pressure from family excuse. It's like, who fucking cares? Do what you want to do, or you're going to be miserable, and then you'll take it out on your children, and your children's therapy bills are gonna be running up the fucking wall.
Yeah, my biggest fear out of, like, kids is, like, I just feel so scared to, like, have them. Like, I don't know, like, what if I, like...
Let it out, girl. Let your fears fly.
I think, like, right now in my life, I feel so scared to have kids, and, like, my fear is, like, what if you, like, ignore those fears, and then you, like, hate being a mom, and then you're just, like, what do you do then?
Yeah, no, I know, and, like, that's not talked about a lot, like, postpartum depression and shit. I don't even know that much about it, because it's not talked about
I know,
enough.
Me neither, and, like, whenever I, like, see things about it, it just sounds so scary, like, oh, and I'm, like, another thing, like, I'm so scared of, like, another reason why I feel like almost, like, not pressured by, like, anything in society other than, like, biology, but, like, I'm so scared of, like, dealing with, like, miscarriages and, like, fertility issues, like, when you do want to have kids, like, oh my god, like, that's, like, I actually remember that after we did our fears, I was like, my number one fear in life is legit, like, wanting to have kids and, like, not being able to, because I feel like that must be so, like, hard. I don't even know what that's like to deal with.
Yeah, I can't even relate, because right now I want to be infertile as hell, but I wish I could undo it when I'm older and if I change my mind, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
We're born with literally the weight of a possible child. Like, as a woman, we're born with, like, the weight of an 8-pound baby, basically. I don't know. Like, we just, yeah. I feel like it's the root of so much of the inequality in the world, because, like, we're just the fucking baby makers, and, like, we live our lives stressed about it, and, like,
yeah,
stressed if you don't want it and stressed if you do, because of what you just said. Like, even if you want one, then you have to go through all that shit, because it's, like, really not that easy to have a baby. And yeah, I think it's like everything else. You have to know and make sure you want it, because I do believe that you'll love it no matter what, even if you have regrets, whatever. You're gonna love that fucking child.
I know that's, like, what everyone says,
but
I'm just scared
that's
what
people say, and then they don't talk about the rest. Like, yes, you'll love that child, but I'll still be sad that I have to turn that dream off and that thing off that I wanted to do. Like, that's not going to go away, but you're not going to hate your baby because of it.
Yeah.
I hope.
I know. It's just so scary. Like, it's also so frightening.
I think it should be, like, just, like, other things. Like, make sure you want it, because you're going, like, if you have it, you have it. So it's, like, when people are, like, should I stay with, like, in this relationship, like, I'm having doubts, and instead they find all the reasons they should stay, instead of listening to the voices that are like, leave, yeah. And they settle. And I feel like that can happen with children too. It could just, like, you just succumb to the voices of, like, I should do this, or, like, I do want it, but maybe not right now, but I have to right now, so I guess I'm doing it. And I don't know, I just, at least in my dreams, there's some, at least until 35, I'm begging. Like, I don't know, 30 is so triggering, because people make it, like, the baseline of, you should have this, and that figured out, and I know.
I think
I won't.
I think that's changing for me, and I think that's, like, hard.
That is hard.
Think about, you know?
That is really hard. Change is fucking terrifying. Change is the basis of every panic attack I've ever had was because of change. And, like, my body, like, my heart knowing that I want it, and then having to fight the anxiety in your brain that's like, no, run back to the safety blanket. You're so comfortable here. Just stay here. And you have to fight that so fucking hard that it actually hurts.
Yeah. I feel like there's so many people, too, that, like, also don't know what they want to do with their lives, so they, like, have kids. Like, I feel like there's so many people who do that
all the time, because they feel like they checked a box.
It gives you an accomplishment.
Yes.
It gives you an immediate thing. Like, it's like getting pregnant can be, like, the easiest or, like, the hardest thing ever. You know what I mean? Some people have it like so easy. Some people like struggle for years. But like I feel like there's so many people out there who just like, it does seem like sometimes the easy way out. You just be a mom. Not like that being a mom is easy, but like it gives you a path, you know what I mean? Instead of dealing with all the shit that like you and I are like trying to figure out, like, what do we want to do with our lives? It's like, oh, I could, like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's people who just like have kids because they don't know what they want to do.
That is
and I
so
relate, but I'm not going to do that.
And that's why
I think that
like,
people do.
I hope it doesn't sound like I was yelling. I just get so fucking passionate because like everyone's different, I know, but I do believe that so many people do that. And it drives me crazy because like I do, and I've been there. I've had moments where like you panic, like, oh my God, am I going to be pregnant now? Like even with like birth control or not, like obviously anxiety is like, oh my God, baby. And sometimes when I'm really low in life, I'm almost like, well, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't have to face, like what you just said, I wouldn't have to face figuring it out. I would just now be a cute little mom, and my only responsibility would be keeping that thing fucking smiling. So I've been there, and like I get why people do that, because you can turn off all the expectations that you've set for yourself and dreams and be like, people value motherhood, well, not enough, but like society's so fucking creepy and loves, it's like Handmaid's fucking tale out here, and like worships you when you're pregnant and shit. And I think people see that when they're low and they're like, well, I'd rather that than this. And I totally get that, but I couldn't, as much as I'm like being a downer here and there, I highly believe in fucking starting your goddamn engine and just trucking the fuck through the change, because it's so scary, but you just have to push the fucking gas and hope that you come out on the other side. Because you will, and you'll look back, like I always do. I really like to take moments to look back and remind myself about my past panics, because like I look back and I'm like, damn, look how like chill everything is. Like look how it all worked out, baby. Like I don't know. I do agree. It's normal to have these panics. It's just normal. And it sucks. And like you'd rather personally, I would rather disappear into thin air than walk another day in the fuck this life. But I know that's not true. And I know if the Reaper knocked on my door and said, hey, you said you wanted to die, let's go, I'd be like, no, I have so much life to live, so many dreams. Like, I know I don't mean it, but in the moment, it is so hand strangling your gut that you're like, anything to end this, anything. But it's worth it. It really is. I know I don't sound like I would think it's worth it, but it is. And holy shit, Carol, I'm sorry that your child's anxiety is so high right now. I love you.
Not fun.
And I think it's okay to change your mind. And I don't think that puts it that you're not going to have kids. I just think you put it, like, at least maybe step by step. Say, okay, I thought 30. Let's make it 32.
Yeah.
And then see where you're at 30.
That's very reasonable. I think my brain is so messed up. It's like, wait, no, we said this.
Yeah, no, I get that. Because
and then it's like, oh, the biological clock is ticking. Oh, you only have this, like, you know what I mean? Like, my brain is, like, I'm such an organized, like, by the book person. So for me to, like, go off plan, I mean, I guess it's not that out of character, as I've changed my major a million times and like had a million different jobs. I'm pretty good at just like changing my mind, but you can't really change your mind, I guess, when it comes to having kids. And like when you decide to do it, like once it's happening,
you're
like,
in.
okay, it's happening.
I know.
So no.
But that's why I think like you have to be like, as scary as it is to change your plan and readjust to the new one, I think it's unfair to yourself and your future little baby to not be 100% sure. And I think, like, if it's one more 100%. Year added to the plan or two, do it. Because, like, being sure is the most important part.
Yeah, agreed.
So,
I hope.
Yeah.
I think that advice can apply to you a little bit with your spiral. You just gotta hang in there.
That's why I never work, because I want to be sure I like the job, and I hate jobs. No, I love jobs when I love them, and then when I don't, I go into like a pit of despair, and I think my life's over, and that I'll never find anything that I love. But you know,
yeah, I mean,
we'll
I've
get
definitely
we'll get there.
jobs in my past I did not love. And it's not fun waking up every day and feeling like miserable.
I can't do that. I'm not kidding. Like, it's like a pain in my chest. Like, I couldn't have painted a better picture than, like, my alarm goes off, my eyes open, and dread fills me from head to toe. And all I see is the next 20 years of that exact same morning, except for 2 days of the week. And that all of Sunday is just, instead of enjoying Sunday, it's just dreading Monday. That is hell for me. That's, to me, is I'd rather send me, if, like, religion's real, send me to the goddamn devil, because if that's life, that is hell. That's my personal hell. So I want to be freelance. I really do. Like, freelance is hard for anxiety because there's no stability, so that's scary. But, like, I will pick the panics of, like, each new job, like, nerves, than I would the same thing. The same alarm every day.
Yeah.
Except Saturday and Sunday.
That's, fair. I've always hated that feeling.
I'm glad we're on the same page for that. And, you know, if you do happen to have a baby at 30, I might just throw my whole life away and just be your nanny and move in. So at least we have that going for us.
Honestly, I'm here for that.
That'd be like, I'd write a show on that. There's already been shows like that, but I could make it better. Nanny. Well, you know, you guys, I hope you're not, like, crying right now and, like, in a state of panic because we just went to our dark holes of our brains.
Should I go through my little positive things?
Yeah, let's do the positives because, you know, I'll end it negative, baby. Keep it going. Bring us up.
So, to help me get through this trying time in my life, I have been making some positive changes. Starting with my bullet journal. I think this is going to be good for me. I know that it's one of my things that I do whenever I'm like, one of those things, like I'm in a spiral, so I hyperfixate on a project. I know that that's what I'm doing right now, but I think it's going to be honestly a positive one. Focusing on eating healthy, exercising, moving my body, you know, that's been good. And I've actually cut back on drinking. And that has helped a lot too, because my anxiety, I feel like, gets so bad. I hate the feeling, anxiety, hate it. Nothing worse than being hungover and anxious. So not having that feeling for a while feels really quite good. So here's the positive.
I can end on a positive too, okay? I can do this. Here we go.
I'm ready for it.
I'm tucking negative Nell into her bed, and I'm positive Pamela. I have been here before. I live my life lost. I know that. But then, like, whenever, like, my friend is telling me, like, the same thing, I'd rather just disappear. I can't do this. Never mind. I don't want to push forward. I want to just stay where I am, even though I'm not happy. I think so many people pick not being happy fully because they'll be like, well, I'm happy, like, in that aspect. And they pick, like, they focus on that and ignore all the fucking misery in their life, only for it to come back and eventually add up. Sorry, rambling. But, I really do. I have no idea what the fuck I just said, but I really do encourage people to just push through it. And this is coming from someone who I shut down. My phone gets shut off. I can't breathe. I cry. This is coming from someone who it is really hard. I know it is not easy to push through the change factor, especially if you happen to have anxiety like us, where the unknown is your biggest fear. But you have to, because every time, the only reason that you want to change, even if you're scared of it, is because you're not completely happy, and there is always the possibility to be happier. Talk to a therapist. Talk to friends. Tell them how you're feeling. Know you're not alone. You're never alone. Even if you're fucking 35 listening to this and you're like, well, fuck me, I still haven't had a baby and I might want one. Like, life is life. Everything happens because it happens, and you just have to take it day by day instead of, like, shutting yourself down with what could be in 10 years because you did that one thing. So everybody, come with me. I'm holding ya. I'm hugging ya. We're all gonna get through this change, and one of these episodes is gonna be like, hey, I'm employed again and I'm happy. Like, it's gonna be hard, But we're going to climb this rocky mountain together, people. And I promise there are fucking margaritas on the other side. And we will be hanging 10, baby. So let's all just cry together. And the tears will be the replenishing rejuvenation of a new day and a new tomorrow.
Yeah, that was great.
Positive
I
Pamela.
feel positive, more positive already.
Because at the end of the day, like, I am happy to sulk and be, like, jokingly as negative as possible because it makes me laugh and it makes me feel better. But truly, I, to my core, believe in change, even though it fucking sucks and it's so scary and so many decisions have to be made at once and that makes it so hard.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. If you are not happy and you find yourself waking up thinking, like, what a different life could be on a daily basis, stop convincing yourself that things are okay the way that they are, because they're clearly not. So take whatever step, even if it's a baby step, do one little thing to see if the change is something that you want. I don't fucking know. I don't get paid for this, man.
Amen. I love it. Preach. Preach.
I've said it a million times, but I couldn't mean anything more to push. Just go. Run, baby. Run into the fire. Let's get it. A new dawn, a new day. Life is about being lost. As much as I fucking hate it and wish that, like, sometimes I just want to marry an old man so he can pay and take care of me and I can do whatever I want. I know that at my heart of hearts, I want to be a shining, writing, performing, Oscar award-winning star. So whatever that takes, no matter how many mental breakdowns I have, we're just going to all keep pushing forward.
Like it. I like it.
And we'll keep you guys updated on all of our spirals here at Pretty Much Fine. And you'll see that one day we'll say, go back to episode 8 and listen to how bad we were doing. And now we're on episode who knows what the fuck, and listen to how positive those changes were. And look where we are now. So
Aw.
that's going to be hot. Can't wait for episode blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I can't wait to look back.
The look back is so hot. Hindsight is truly 20 motherfucking 20. That resonates with me so hard.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Well,
I'm
all right.
gonna
I think
end
that's a
with
wrap.
an inspirational quote from my yoga instructor. Everybody, please put their legs in crisscross position and take a deep breath and close your eyes.
Just kidding. Fuck y'all. Let's get it. Have a good day. I'm not inspirational and I hate quotes. So moving on. Wait, that was a joke. But there is this one quote.
Oh my God.
I do hate quotes, except genuinely this one quote by the queen herself, Sandra Bullock. And I'm not kidding. This is like the soundtrack to my life. Ready?
Okay. Hit me with it.
Hold on. Pause. Here we go. It actually goes so well with this episode. I was kidding. I was not going to hit you guys with a quote, but fuck, this is a good one. Here we go. Sandra Bullock. When people are like, life is good, I go, no. Life is a series of disastrous moments, painful moments, unexpected moments, and things that will break your heart. And in between those moments, that's when you savor, savor, savor. Kind of a downer of a quote, but for some reason I like resonate with like, I like when people are honest. So she's like, yeah, life can fucking suck, but there's some good times in between. So savor that shit. Fucking, that's why I'm still mentally in Arizona, because what a beautiful vacation that was. But yeah, shit, left
Still
you with
savoring.
a quote. Who am I? Well, now we'll wrap it up. Love you guys. See you next week. Can't wait to tell you more about what the fuck is good with us. Tell them where they can find us, Carol, so they can come on for the spiral tornado.
You can follow us at Pretty Much Fine Pod on Instagram and on TikTok, Pretty_Much Fine on Twitter, and Pretty Much Fine on YouTube.
Woo! Get some tissues. Wipe those tears after that one. Bye.
We will talk to you guys next Sunday.